Guys, if this information is true, you know that QueenNaomi needs our prayers more and more because someone like myself have been praying, asking God for his intervention in this case. But we heard that QueenNaomi breaks down and they said her blood pressure was a bit high, even though she doesn't want to go to the hospital. But they said her sister and mother, they insisted that she needs to go to the hospital at least to have some bed rest, because if she is in the house, they said they even have to take her phone away from her. You know that the other day we heard that Kabiyesi was worried and shattered over the fact that Queen did not pick his call or come back or call him, as they planned that Queen will spend the night in the palace. They said the reason why all of that happened is not because Queen intentionally wants to do it. No, they said she was down. She was seriously down. You know that even me looking at her, you will know that this girl needs some rest. And who will not go down? Who will not break down, both emotionally, physically, and otherwise? This girl needs prayer, so I'm telling you, she needs God's intervention. You see, at this point, I would suggest that Naomi should leave the country and go to wherever she will stay and go away from all of this stress and everything, because it is getting too much. A woman at her age that is supposed to be enjoying her life, she's there, she's that. Hey, anyway, the only thing is that she might not agree to go or to travel out to go and have some rest, because she'll always want to do her church service. Because information have it that upon everything that happened, that yesterday she was down. She as at some point she told herself that she is weak. They said that night that Kabiyesi was calling and calling and calling and no picking, they took Queen Naomi's phone away from her because they told her that you needed to sleep, you need to rest. She was down. She doesn't even know what she was kind of doing. She was weak. And at that point, they said her mother insisted that she keep her phone far distance from her. And they said the reason why the parents, the mother and did not call Kabiyesi to tell Kabiyesi is that Kabiyesi too will be restless. He might think that the case is too much. And they said the next morning they have to take her to the hospital. The doctor insisted that she must have 6 hours bed rest, that they diagnosed her, there was no too much problem. But apart from that slight high blood pressure, they said her blood pressure increased a little bit. And a lot of people are saying that why is the whole blood pressure increasing? Is it that she is frightened, or is it that she is? I know the tension will be high on her. She'll be asking herself, going back to this palace like this after everything. See, at this situation, you know that there is this saying in my language that said, when you carry another person's corpse, onlookers will see it as if you are carrying a log of wood, but when it happens to you, when it is the family of the disease that understands what they are going through, because they are the ones that lost their own, and that is in this situation right now that Naomi is. Those of us that are from outside, who does not have the direct impact or direct feeling of what she's going through, a lot of people might not understand. It is not easy. It is not easy. Even all these oloris, even the oloris that are running helter-skelter, looking for solution, trying to stop from return, it is not even easy for them. Yes, because they have to do what they think that when they do it, they will be able to keep their husband to themselves and all of that. It's not easy for them. Okay, look at the stories that everybody is talking about them. Is it a good one? No, it is not. Even though Queen Naomi, to me, she have a very good record, yet it is not easy for her, because it's not easy for you to be thinking about your life. You have a child that you take care of. You have other issues that bothers you. You have your church that bothers you. You have the palace issue, and that palace case is not a small one. It is indeed a serious case. But a lot of people might just see it as a story. You know that when you listen to it, the way we are talking it, it will be as if all those things, they are just stories. Let me tell you, those things, they do happen. They're happening. Yes, they're happening. Information have it that Kabiyesi is working so much hard. For those of you who believe that it is all just stories and all of that, very soon it will happen, you know. And there are so many fights. People are fighting. Physical fights, spiritual fights, attack here and there, all to because of one person. And you think the person will not break down. Is she a log of wood? Is she not human being? She is human being. And the woman at that matter. You know that women, hey, they are always emotionally down, even when they are proving to be a lioness, even when they are proving because I have a bigger God, I am a strong woman and all of that. Yes, so Naomi is a strong woman, but that doesn't mean that when it is time for her to break down, that she's not going to break down. They say she breaks down, and her family insisted that it is high time she go to the hospital, because if they tell her to stay at home or go to her church, maybe she wants to go there and start praying again. And you know that prayer on its own, on its own is a hard work, is an exercise on its own. Then staying at home, there might be disturbances. So that is why they said they insisted that she must go to the hospital, at least have some hours rest. And they say when she got to the hospital, that the doctor gave, after checking, after so many, when they run several tests, they find out that it wasn't a serious case, but just that she needs rest. She needs someone to tell her that all of this thing will pass. One day that you will wake up and all of these stories, you will not see them again, and your life will be normal again, as beautiful as it was at the beginning, because this marriage was beautiful at the beginning. We never know that a time will come when things like this will be going on every now and then. And the worst is that Kabiyesi is not giving up on Queen Naomi because he loves Queen Naomi. Queen Naomi, on the other hand, loves Kabiyesi, but the pressure is too much on her. The pressure is too much. Is it from the Olories? Is it from the elders? Is it from the societies? Is it from the advisors? A lot of people are advising her, why will you go back to that place? What if anything happens to you? This and that, this and that. So let me tell you, no matter how strong you are as a human being, a time will come in your life when you will be confused, when you will break down, when you will not know the right decision to make. And at that time, it's only God that comforts you. But as human beings, we need to give ourselves rest. We need to tell ourselves that all these things started, and every problem have its expiring date, that one day all of them will expire. So they say when Kabiyesi find out that Queen Naomi was rushed to the hospital the next morning, he was a little bit less consoled that it wasn't an intentional act, and he was bothered that what happened. Why is it that nobody called him to tell him? And they said they don't want to disturb him. They don't want him to start thinking that it is a very serious case and all of that. And they said at that point, Kabiyesi said, asked Queen Naomi, should I come to the hospital and see you? And they said Queen Naomi told him that it is not necessary, that in few hours that she will be leaving the hospital, because at that point she was getting better. And they said the next morning, today being Monday, Queen Naomi was the first person to start up prayer in the church. This life, eh? Anyway, guys, I want to remind you that these are all alleged information, okay? Always bear that in mind. Give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Okay, bye. I love you guys.